let's talk about your guy Ant-Man.
Don't say your guy and then turn your face like
No,
that.
don't
Don't start that now.
Rob G, can
is
you
this
set
what's
the
happening?
table?
You about to turn your back
G,
on Ant-Man too?
Rob G's going to set the table. And Rob G, he does a great job of it.
Thank you, Rob.
Yeah.
So that's something that you missed in the 6 weeks I was out.
Yes. We had no table set. I was trying to figure out what we're going to do.
We sit at the table. There's no pepper. We're missing a fork.
Exactly.
Oh, my gosh.
So last night, of course, the big story, Steph Curry goes out with a hamstring injury, and the Warriors still found a way to blow the doors off the Minnesota Timberwolves, steal game one. They're up 1-0 in the series. The big reason why they struggled so much, Anthony Edwards was 0 in the first half. His energy was low. If you don't believe me, listen to his coach Chris Finch after the game.
What is there to talk about? I mean, you're the leader of the team, and you got to come out and set the tone, in all ways that happens. And if your shot's not going, like you still have to carry the energy, So I don't think if I got to talk to guys about having the right energy coming into opening second round game, then we're not on the same page. So.
Now, guys, this might just seem like a one-off. Everybody has a bad game. We all know that, no matter how good you are.
He was bad in the closeout game of the Lakers. Remember that? 0 for 11 from 3. He didn't play that well.
Sure, but here's the problem. This is quietly a kind of a theme with Anthony Edwards. Remember last year, they beat Denver in 7. He has his chest all puffed up. They felt like they were the kings of the world, going to win a championship. And then they got smoked in the next round by Luka Doncic. And Ant-Man's play really slipped from series to series. Flash forward this year, he doesn't play well in Game 5 against the Lakers, but they got the win nonetheless. So much so he did the walk of shame or the walk of fame, however, around crypto, mixing it up with the fans.
That was awesome.
All kinds of trash.
I couldn't believe
it was great.
I couldn't believe he was out there doing that. Like he was talking his smack.
Talking all kinds of smack.
Maybe that's when he got tired.
And then he follows
doing those extra laps
with the no-show in Game 1. So here's the question, guys. Does Ant-Man have the mental or emotional makeup to reach his full potential and become, the face of the league that everyone talks about?
I believe absolutely. I believe there could be no more perfect young person to be talking about with this. Because one of the things that he does, I'll explain what I mean. One of the things that he does that I love is he's very forthright. Takes accountability, and he'll call his own team out. Throughout the season, he even called his coach out. Hey, our offense is terrible. Right now, our offense is Julius Randle and me taking a bunch of shots, he said. I think he has the makeup to look himself in the mirror and say, dude, I did play like trash, and I'm going to bounce back the next game. He does not seem to be sensitive. He doesn't seem to be a person who's going to wallow in sorrow and, oh, me, oh, my, they're mad at me. It doesn't strike me as that as well. Plus, you look at an example. He tells a story of when he was going to get drafted, goes to work out for the Warriors, who had the number 2 pick, and Steve Kerr at the end was like, yo, man, that was a terrible workout. If we had the number 1 pick, we wouldn't draft you. He was like, dude, I'm around KD. I'm around Steph. I'm around Jordan. I played around Jordan. He said, I see this guy's workout. That was not a great workout. And then he gets in the car with his trainer, he being Anthony Edwards, and says, hey, man, we got to turn it up. We got to step it up. We got to get better. He didn't get disrespected. I'm a number 1 pick. Who's going to tell me? Anthony Edwards absolutely is going to bounce back from this, learn from this, and be better. And what I like about this from Finch's standpoint is that shows me he has a relationship with Anthony Edwards where he feels comfortable being able to do that. Phil Jackson can poke and prod his players because he knew that they trusted him. I can say, Kobe, you're a good young player. All these dudes don't trust you right now that you don't pass the ball. They need you. You need them. Michael Jordan, I'm the new coach here. Look, man, you can have just 35, 37 a game and you keep winning 30, 48 games and never do anything. Or we can start to work this system. We can start to work this triangle. He's called people out publicly, privately. And so I think certain guys have that relationship with their players, their star players, that they're able to do that. And I believe Finch was able to do that to Ant. Ant will receive the message, and I guarantee you he'll admit, man, I played like trash. I got to step it up. I got to be better than that. And in Game 2, whether they win or lose, the point is I think he's the right guy that can receive the message, download the message, be better, expect better from himself and his teammates, and be all right with that. Because all that I've ever seen is him be right. He goes at guys can go at him, but he also shows love and appreciation to the elders and respect the game. To me, he has the right temperament to lead a franchise. Now, he can stay off them IG models and all that. That's another conversation for another day.
No, it's not. It's a part of this. I mean, you're poo-pooing it, but he does at times seems distracted, and that's an issue. And that's what you want. You want someone things you could have good and bad games, like everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
But are you really focused in and centered in on that where people are going to respect you having a bad game, but knowing you're fully there, you've put in the work? Like, there's a difference. People have bad games and their shooting is off. But we've seen this drop a few times because I think maybe he's been fed the idea that he's the next Michael Jordan too quickly, like way premature last year. Like people were, I get it. You like his energy and all that kind of stuff in his game. But to say Michael Jordan off the bat like that, I thought that was a lot. It's like the Michael Parsons thing.
More of that
Michael
is
Parsons,
the literal look,
he's Lawrence Taylor. You know what I mean? Like really way premature. Nobody's saying that anymore because you just can't look at that comparison. And that's the only thing I'm saying. He's a fine player. I'm not so sure. I think he's distracted by other things. I think that could be a problem going forward. The more fame he gets or the more distractions he gets or whatever. But after coming off a series where everybody counted you out, how could you be a no-show at home in game one? That's focused to me.
The second part of this, though, that I don't think is addressing is he absolutely came out. The shots aren't falling, right? So if the shots aren't falling, if he makes 5 of those 11, then we might be, he was balling. It just wasn't, the team. So it changes the dynamic. I like that he bounced back the second half and ended up with 23 and balled out. He had 1 point and a half, 23.
Yeah, but the game was out of reach.
But what I'm saying is I have to find a carryover.
No, but where you score, I'm just saying it's like the guy who in the first 6 innings doesn't get any hits, and in the 9th when you're down 10-1, he gets a 3-run home run. Like you gotta like when the game was in the balance, okay. Them on the road coming into your building, you're nowhere to be found. That's the part that's when the game was determined, not when we talk about all the time. Somebody's got to score in the second half. Somebody got to put up points. He wasn't going to get skunked the whole game.
But I like his mentality. If you watch that second half, he went in attack mode. He went in, I was playing like trash in the first half. And to me, that's what we talk about when it comes to coaches and we talk about players. I like adjustments. I was playing like trash. Let me step it up. Let me quit shooting deep threes. And he got in that hole, and he was attacking. Now the team as a whole didn't play the best. And, again, they have an opportunity to bounce back. But I like that he was in attack mode. And, again, from everything that I've seen from him, and Edwards is the type of guy that will address it. I played bad. I'm about to play better. I play like trash. I absolutely can be better. He has that temperament of shake it off, call myself out, hold myself accountable, and to do better. So, to me, from what I've seen from him, I absolutely have no worries that he'll be better. He acknowledges he didn't play the greatest. He said, my defense was good. He said that after the game. Once they brought what Finch said about him to him, and he talked about, he said, the shots weren't going, but I thought I was playing good defense. We just didn't play good as a whole. But he'll bounce back from that. He's one of those players, strictly when it comes to those things, I'm not worried about that. We've seen Kobe Bryant.
Remember when Kobe Bryant? The idea that you would put him in the same breath of Kobe or Michael is just to me way premature. You could say that now because you saw Kobe's career. You know what I mean? I get it. You see a young player with some potential, but I do think
Rob,
we're quick to do
day.
that. No, I'm saying I think we're quick to do that.
We are. I agree.
That's all I'm saying. Everybody last year I thought, and I was like, dude, stop with the Michael Jordan, not just the look, but this whole idea. Oh, he's the face of the league now and whatnot. Everybody had them going to the championship, and then they got their butts kicked. That's what happened last year.
Yeah, I think we do that all. I remember, dude, they were trying to crown the next Michael Jordan, so much so that Harold Miner,
Baby Jordan was his nickname.
And we're like, hold on, wait. Grant Hill just got in the league. Oh, he's a new face. He's a new Jordan. Allen Iverson.
Did you see this?
It happens. Oh, my gosh.
Rob G, is that a 3-point play?
He's had that's his at least
the basket counter. You got to take a free throw, and the Knicks will be down by 1. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you might be good on this bet.
I told you, I took 10.5 points.
Great bet. Yeah, I'll tell you what. If now you can change the subject. Boston mess around and lose this game. That is ridiculous.
All right.
Where was I? Oh, but back anyway. I was going to use an example. Remember when Kobe Bryant was mad because his teammates were trash and they weren't. You need to pass the ball, and he took one shot. Rob G, you remember this? That whole second half in the playoff game.
He was playing hot potato. He quit.
And he quit
on
his team, and it was against the Suns. Exactly.
The Lakers were up 3-1 in that series, and he took I'm exaggerating, 50 shots in Game 6, and was criticized.
And so he said,
And
all right,
so
I'm going to
Game
show you
7,
what it
I'ma
looks
show
like
you
when I
it.
don't
Yep.
shoot. And he took one shot the entire second half. And I say that to say this is Kobe, who's already won championships, who's already a proven vet. And my point is, he even had a bad moment, bad outing, frustrated, being a brat kind of a thing to prove a point. So I'm saying these types of things happen to even the guys who are mentally and maniacal about the game, like a Kobe. So I'm not, it happens with Cat, who had a bad one.